If you're a Vikings fan looking for free Minnesota Vikings videos the entire year, you're in the right place. All you got to do is go ahead and hit that big red button underneath this video that says subscribe. We're trying to get to 250 subs by the next time I make a new video, and we only need 51 more. So before we get into the latest news and rumors, if you randomly shout school to random people walking by in the street, go ahead and subscribe. Got a fun trade rumor on today's show around the Minnesota Vikings potentially trading for Derek Barnett. Now, this is a idea drawn up by Bleacher Report after they made an article about one trade every single NFL team should make prior to training camp starting. Derek Barnett was the player linked to the Minnesota Vikings, and let's face it, Minnesota needs some pass rush help, and for the Philadelphia Eagles, on the other hand, if you could clear up a little bit of money, get some extra draft capital, not really too bad of a thing. But Barnett was drafted in the first round out of Tennessee, and this was a pick that I actually thought was a little bit surprising by the Eagles, but he is only 25 years old. Finding a player that's 25 with already 4 years of NFL experience is very difficult, and not that Barnett's been bad, but he quite hasn't been a first-round type of pick, or first-round pick, if you will, right? So here's what Bleacher Report had to say on the Vikings going out trading for Barnett. Being yet another team to reach out to Philadelphia in an effort to poach likely outgoing players could work toward this goal. Think 2017 first-round pick Derek Barnett, who has yet to live up to expectations and could now be considered expendable with free agent Ryan Kerrigan joining the team. Barnett is a gamble, but no one that is too costly. At worst, he bolsters the rotation, and at best, Zimmer's defensive acumen helps him start realizing some of his potential. There's no doubt that Barnett still needs to be able to live up to some of that potential, and having a defensive-minded old-school coach like Zimmer might end up helping that. But here's the trade idea that Bleacher Report decided to draw up, and for those of you that might be a little bit newer to some of our channels that we do here at Chat Sports, we're an interactive channel. So not only am I going to give you the news and rumors, not only am I going to give you my opinion, I want y'all to give me your opinion as well. So the Minnesota Vikings, they get Derek Barnett, defensive end. The Philadelphia Eagles, they get a third-round pick. And remember, this is Bleacher Report's idea. It's not mine. So let me know down in the comment section, who wins this trade? If you believe it's the Minnesota Vikings, I want you to type B for Vikings. If you think it's the Philadelphia Eagles, you can go ahead and type E for Eagles. Either way, I'm going to be looking in the comments, so don't let me down. I'm a believer that the Philadelphia Eagles win this trade, and not that it doesn't help the Minnesota Vikings out, but if I had to legitimately pick a winner, I am going to go with Philly because not only are they going to be able to save money, they're also going to get draft capital. Plus, giving up a third-round pick for Barnett, I actually think is giving up too much because, like Bleacher Report mentioned, they had Ryan Kerrigan, and that's kind of already made Barnett on his way out because, let's face it, he's not going to return to Philly in his final year of his contract, which is this season. The other reason why you're giving up a third-rounder, which I actually don't have that big of an issue with, but then you got to go ahead and pay him $10.05 million in 2021. Nobody's going to go out and pay Barnett $10 million if he were to hit the open market. So if you're not going to pay him $10 million out on the open market, why am I going to go ahead and do it and give up some draft capital? That's why I have the Vikings losing this deal. But again, does a player like Barnett help out Minnesota's defense? Absolutely. Last season, the Vikings were in the bottom 5 in terms of sacks. You never want to be in that category, right? Especially when you're dealing with Aaron Rodgers. Will Aaron Rodgers be in this division this year? I'm not 100% sure, but it does fill a need. You're just giving up too much draft capital, and then you're paying him a little bit too much. Now, if he was somewhere around this 8-9 sack number instead of him being at a career best 6.5, don't get me wrong. The defensive line for the Eagles is actually probably one of the best in the league. I believe they were top 5 last season in terms of sacks. That also is going to help out a player like Barnett because they have so much depth on that defensive line. He's a good player, but at the end of the day, I'm not giving up a third and paying him $10 million. That's why the Vikings are a loser in this trade idea.